What is up, Axie fam? I know I told you guys that I was not gonna, make videos for 3 weeks, but I couldn't resist it. I'm speaking from a totally different place. I'm actually in a hotel in Romania right now, so sorry for the, messy bed and all that. But I just had to make this video once the international ended because, and I mean, this is not a Dota 2 video, don't worry. And this is gonna sound very obvious, usually the videos that I make, they're about mid to high level breeding. They're about, high MMR techniques for you to get better. Usually I think I kind of alienate my public a little bit just because I just like talking about high level aspects of everything that I mess with. But today we're gonna talk about something simple, something obvious that maybe even you, a high level breeder or a high level player never thought about. And to do that, I actually want to go to Zayori's Twitter. If you don't know Zayori, he works for Sky Mavis, and he's a pretty dear friend of mine. He played Dota and cast Dota for a long time. I had the honor to, cast and panel with him. He's an amazing guy, and I want you guys to read this tweet and read it like really slowly, okay? So when Battle V2 comes out, I suspect the Axie meta market will change drastically. Axies that are god tier right now might not be moving forward. Do not try to chase the meta with money you cannot afford to lose. Axie is a game first and foremost, playing should be fun. I think this actually comes hand in hand with a lot of the changes that we saw with Axie. I think, the ROI aspect, the money making aspect was always something that Axie embraced, but it's also something that they want to wait, because with the way crypto is right now and with how crazy NFTs are booming and everyone is just like 20xing everything that they put their monies on, and while that's cool and I have no problem with that, I think when you really want to think about long term, and I mean I'm not here just being paid by Sky Mavis to say stuff. I honestly am a very critical person, and I do have problem with some of the changes that they made in the past and in the recent events. But I think it's undeniable that they do want to make this long term, or else I think there's a lot of changes that they could have made that would make everyone happy in the short term, but who knows what would happen in the long term. Whether you think the long-term actions that they took are the right ones, that's a whole different conversation, and it's not really what I want to talk about today. What I want to talk about is there is a lot of people with a lot of information on Twitter that you might just be missing out. And one example I want to give you guys is actually the AXS staking change, all right? So I do follow a lot of the Axie people on Twitter, and as soon as Jiho tweeted, and I can actually go to his tweet right now. Yeah, so this is the tweet I'm talking about. I want to do something with you guys here. So this tweet was posted in September 27th, all right? Let's check how much AXS was worth when this tweet dropped. Cool, so here we go. On September 27th, AXS was worth $64, all right? And when I saw that tweet, I was like, all right, Running Index is gonna drop very soon, and I bought a ton of AXS. In a couple of days, AXS shot up from 64 to about, all right, so Running Index actually got released around here. So, it shot a decent amount from 64 to 75, so that is, I don't know, 15% increase or something like that. And then came the huge tweet that Running Index was going to be live in a couple of hours, and bam, we were at about $110, okay? So with that tweet on the September 27th, and then with the tweet on September 30th, I had two chances to get a lot of money just because I was following the right people. This is, I'm not saying this just because I want you to be playing with cryptocurrency and just getting money and speculating. This is not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is actually much more serious, and it goes back to that Zayori tweet we were talking about. So he actually did clarify on that tweet. A lot of people were actually thinking that version 2.0 and season 19 were going to be the same thing when he tweeted something like that, because there was, a ton of urgency in his words. But that's false. So basically, he was talking about that, generally speaking, if you leave a lot of money in Axie Infinity, you better actually, you better want that money to be play money, I'm not saying Axie Infinity is a casino, because obviously that's not the case. Using Twitter and following the right people, sure, version 2.0 it's far away from now, but if you do want to, play season 19, do you really want to have that, triple cute bunny team right now? I have, with the last patch, they said that they actually didn't want to release version 19 because they had, a couple of bugs and stuff that happened. That leads me to believe that season 19 is very soon dropping, and this is why I'm actually posting this video from freaking Romania and not my home. Don't panic, don't go selling everything that you have, but be aware that nerfs are coming and Axie is an ever-changing game. Committing too many eggs in the same basket, when it comes to the same build, when it comes to the same type, when it comes to only having scholars or only breeding, having this type of money and this sort of income tied to one single aspect of Axie can be dangerous. And if you want to mitigate your risks, because if you're here, there are risks. All right, crypto is still the Wild West. Axie Infinity is actually one of the least Wild Westy places you can be if you're into cryptocurrency. But still, there are risks involved, and if you want to mitigate those risks, I really think you should start following Zayori. You should probably start following my Twitter. You should follow Jiho that I showed, and I'm actually gonna have a huge list of crypto influencers that not only me but Zayori himself actually follows and stands by, and hopefully that's gonna be like something that you can use in the future. So yeah, once again, a video that doesn't talk about my bot. This is just free value that I'm giving away. I wish I actually had people talking about these things when I joined. So for instance, I was not following anyone when I had that incident that I lost one full ether on Binance, because I thought that when they dropped the Binance integration, it meant that I could send AXS, SLP, and also ether. But ether was still not implemented, and I lost, $3,000 just because I was not following anyone on Twitter. So I just thought that that's how things worked. So I think this is really important, especially if you have money invested, but even if you don't, actually learning a lot of things before you join in are gonna make this transition very smoothly to you. And yeah, this is the video. I know it's very ghetto-y, the light sucks, my microphone is not the one that I use normally, but I think this is very important information, and I just wanted to talk to you guys because I've been missing you. Also, if you do want to use our bot, because I just always be plugging, you just have to join our Discord server. As soon as you join the server, Robo is going to message you and you can buy your points. You don't really need to talk to me. You don't really need to do anything. Everything happens through Robo himself. And little spoiler alert, a lot of people, they were kind of bummed out. They were sad that the silver and the gold badges were gone. But we do have kind of a surprise coming in. Basically, we're going to drop. So imagine this situation. There is an Axie. Alright, this rank 1 player has a unique Axie, and you want that same Axie, but you're bad at, you don't really know how to, what is the cheapest way to get that Axie. You don't even know your way around the marketplace. So everything you need to do is input 4 skills, maybe the stats. You don't need to put the stats, but if you do, you can also do that. And the bot is going to look at the marketplace, and he's going to find the 2 cheapest Axies that have a decent chance of getting that Axie. Or maybe you can find 2 Axies that have a pretty good chance of making that Axie, but the cheapest ones that are gonna give you this, percentage. And we will be releasing that in, I would say a week, maybe more. Only silver and gold users will be able to use that first because they actually backed us in the beginning. Those guys are awesome. But with when we actually release this feature that we're calling breeding locator, we will also drop a new badge called bronze. Basically what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna upgrade silver and gold a little bit and give some decent rewards to bronze. So if you're waiting to actually join the bot, I think this is pretty much going to coincide with season 19, new meta, so many new Axies and builds to actually get and find, and I think it's gonna be awesome. So if you guys are interested, you can just join the Discord group now. There's no need to pay or anything. We have an amazing community. I'm gonna be honest, from all of the communities, Axie communities I've joined, I think we're freaking good, okay? Overall, we just have like really kind and awesome people. Everyone is, willing to help. So yeah, join the Discord server. If you're interested in the breeding locator, make sure you subscribe and keep waiting for new information. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good one and bye.